Hello everyone, coming back at y'all with another Commander Tips video. This time we're going to be going over Kaseto, Orochi Archmage. This was, as always, voted on by my patrons. They wanted to see a Commander Tips video of Kaseto more than the other options here. If you want to get in on this, the link to my Patreon will be in the description box below. Kaseto is 3 mana in Simic colors for a 2/2 legendary Snake Wizard. He has an activated ability of 2 mana, 1 green and 1 blue. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. If that creature is a snake, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Now with Kaseto, you don't have to do Snake Tribal. You could try to do Infect, something that if you want to benefit by making your creatures unblockable so that you can easily kill your opponents that way. And also, he can target himself, so if you want to go with Voltron, he's not a terrible option either. But as far as Snake Tribal goes, it seems to be the most dominant strategy, and it would probably be the most fun to build around, because we don't really have much of Snake Tribal anywhere else. Kaseto is really the best one that we have. He's in both colors, and we have a lot of snakes in these colors. We have Wing Codal, we have Lore Scale Codal, Coiling Oracle, Mystic Snake. We also have some blue snakes, such as Broodbirth Viper and Ophidian. Those are just a couple of them. But there is definitely an added benefit to playing both green and blue. You could go with mono green snakes, but you do miss out on a lot of those good creatures, in addition to other synergies with blue, such as Bident of Thassa, or really just anything that rewards you for dealing combat damage to a player. You get to draw a card. Same thing with Edric Spymaster of Trest. They kind of work in a similar way. This one also benefits your opponents, so be careful of that, but getting even more card draw when you're probably the one at the table who is able to connect, because your commander makes any creature unblockable, really. So you do get an added benefit there. This is a typical tribal deck, so you want to play things like Vanquisher's Banner, Coat of Arms even, and Door of Destinies. We have a lot of snakes, but most of them aren't going to be super powerful. They're just going to be in here for the sole purpose of synergizing with the snake tribe, so making them bigger is just going to help us down the road when we want to deal more combat damage. But snakes do have a really cool card here in Orochi Hatchery. It has double X in the mana cost, so you have to put a lot of mana into it to get something out. I think it's really sweet. So we can pay 5 mana, tap it to put a 1/1 green snake creature token onto the battlefield for each charge counter on it. So we can just keep doing this every single one of our turns, get more of those snake tokens out there. Like I said before, Coat of Arms, Door of Destinies, that's all going to get out of hand pretty quickly. The more snakes that we have, the better. But a lot of these snake creatures did come from the Kamigawa block. So you're going to find a lot of good tribal synergies with Seshiro the Anointed, who's another pretty decent option for Snake Tribal, but again, mono green. We have Sasuke, son of Seshiro, and Sachi, daughter of Seshiro. They help our snakes out, power or toughness, but you get the idea. We got a lot of support from this block, and a lot of creatures from the Kamigawa block were warriors or ninjas, even if they didn't look like snakes from other sets. Kind of similar to Rat Tribal, where the rats were ninjas in Kamigawa. Anywhere else, they were just regular rats. Really hilarious about the set. The deck, however, isn't very complicated. Unfortunately, with the Snake Tribe, you don't have a lot of depth and utility, so you're going to have to rely on other things like Reclamation Sage if you want better removal, Azuri Claw of Progress if you want to make your unblockable creatures even more viable in combat. So just keep in mind, while this can be a very fun deck to play with, it's not going to be filled with a ton of snake support, at least not yet. Hopefully we do return to Kamigawa and we get even more snake support, but until then, we're just going to have to settle for this good guy here in blue-green that can make our snakes unblockable. There are also changelings, other things that are going to count as snakes, but it doesn't really seem as fun to play those, so we'll just have to wait. But as far as recent support goes, we did get a Prowling Serpapard in Amonkhet. Not really going to synergize with snakes other than the fact that it's just a snake. And hey, I mean, it doesn't really hurt to play a Hooded Hydra. This is also a relatively newer card, considering a lot of the deck is going to be from the Kamigawa block. Gets you a lot of snakes, potentially. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you give Kaseto a try. I really think if you want to go with a Voltron strategy, he's also really powerful there. He can give himself +2/+2, as well as being unblockable. Infect is always viable with this type of strategy, but even though the snake strategy isn't really that powerful yet, it always feels more satisfying to me to play a tribal synergy, especially considering he does give +2/+2 to snakes, so you do have a tribal synergy there to start out with. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Void here signing off. See you all next video.